On solid ground. I am your host of this motivational and inspirational podcast, and I want to talk to you today about the doors that are open in our life. Day by day, we have this routine. We pretty much kind of know what our day is going to be like. Get up, shower, shave, get dressed, put on makeup, comb my hair, drive to work, go get breakfast, and start our day. It's technically routine. But when those unforeseen things happen in our lives, we often get off course. It's like, oh my gosh, this happened. And it's like we almost come unglued from the start of something happening to you, and you're like, what on earth is going on? My day was just going wonderfully. And this morning as I was praying, and the Lord, it was like it was just showing something in my spirit where I was looking that every day, today is November the 11th, 2022. And the door in front of me, it says November 11, 2022. It's open. And once I walk through that door, it's closed in behind me. So whatever happened on November 10th, 2022, it's not that I will forget what happened, but it's nothing that I can do to change November 10th. I'm in November 11th. And oftentimes I ask myself, the doors, I'm waiting for God to open a door. When is God going to open this door for me? Or when is God going to open that door for me? And God is showing me that in order for you to get to the door that you're trying to get through, you got to go through these doors of life. So, November 11, 2022, I'm in. Do I see any other doors? Do I see November 12th, 2022? No, not yet. I haven't quite lived through the 11th day. So I can't worry about tomorrow. I can only be concerned about today. And when I go through this day, it's pretty much traditional or basic. This is a day off for me. Today is Veterans Day. And so I might just go and sit with my son. He's doing exam this morning, so I won't interrupt him because, I'm living in my dad's home, where I grew up. So it's home to me. And, I go and visit the house that I had created as my home for my children. But, some things has happened where it's best for me to stay here. So I'm not going to go into great detail in regards to that. But I'll go. I'll probably, turn on TV, maybe give me some yarn, maybe think about what I'm going to do next as far as this podcast is concerned. What growth, what do I need to do, what God is asking me to do, and different things of that nature. And it will be what I consider a typical day. However, God had a purpose for it. I asked God, what is the purpose for this day? I asked him, what do you want me to do? So recording is one of the things that I will be doing. I'll be taking on another role in helping my son edit because of college work and working. And so we're going to be kind of rearranging assignments a little bit as far as what each of us is going to do with this podcast. But nevertheless, God, what do you want me to do? What steps do you want me to take today? What do you seek for me to do? And sometimes the answer is be still. Man, that's the hardest thing in the world to do. Ooh, be still. God, I got bills that I need to pay. I got bills that I need to pay. I have this that's going on. I have that. He said, I know. I know. But I need for you to be still. Do what you've been doing. You record. I've been thinking about going on a video here in the next maybe month or so. I have to have the proper equipment. I don't have the proper equipment to do so, to do where it can be effective. So I don't step into something that I'm not ready for. But I do know that in due season, that time is going to come. But nevertheless, I still ask God, what do you want me to do? And I go to Psalms 46:10, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. In other words, I gotta sit still and let God do what he knows how to do. And that's exalt himself. I don't need to exalt me because I haven't did anything. I'm not going to exalt myself. That's possibly one of the reasons why I don't do video, is because I want you to see the word of God. It's not about me. It's not about what I look like. It's about God. And that's who I always want to put on the forefront of anything that I do. So when I walked through the door of November 11, 2022, I don't know what to expect from God. All I know is to be looking for him, to be searching for him, to ask until he answers, to seek until I find, to continue to knock until the door is answered unto me. And I believe that's heavenly doors. Until I make that breakthrough spiritually is when that door will be open. But right now, be still. I remember a few weeks ago when I had an incident where I was getting ready for work. That day, that door opened up for me. I walked through that door for that particular day. It was on a Monday. And I believe it was like Monday the 17th. I believe that that's what the date was. But I'm not going to harp on that right now. But I believe that it was the 17th of October that I got up like I normally do. I was getting myself ready for work, and my left leg just collapsed on me, caused me to stumble. And I'm like, I was praying to the Lord as I was preparing myself for work. I was praying to the Lord when all of this happened. Now I'm like, wait a minute. My day started. I walked to the bathroom just fine. I'm getting ready to clean myself up and get myself ready for my day. And here I am, my leg, it just went out on me. My knee and my hip at the same time. I'm staggering to get to my feet. I'm like, and I was still praying. That was the thing. I never stopped praying. And, as I was praying to the Lord, Lord, help me up. help me stand to my feet. But God had to humble me. I'm trying to do too many things. I'm wanting to do this. I'm wanting to do that. I'm wanting to. And the Lord is saying, be still. And know that I am God. That brings down humility really quick. Really fast. And it was discouraging. I couldn't walk around too good. I had to hang on to everything to get to the bathroom, to get to the kitchen. You know, I had to hang on to the kitchen sink. I had to hang on to door frames, doorknobs, whatever it was I needed to hang on to. But today, I'm walking on my own. Now, for a few times, I've been walking with a cane. I was walking with a cane. But it's helping me with my stability. It's not something that is helping me because I needed to walk with. It just helps me with my stability. And I'm looking at him like, Lord, you are my strength. But I didn't go to him saying, I don't know why this has happened to me. I thanked him because I was able to get up. I thanked him because I was able to move around. I thanked him because I was able to still be mobile. I'm not on a walker. I use the assistance of a cane. But it got my attention. Instead of me complaining and saying, Lord, why is this happening to me? Why is this constantly? I said, Lord, what do you want me to do? You have my attention. You have my attention. What is it that I'm doing wrong? That you are not pleased with me? And trust me, he'll tell you. And then I repented. And it wasn't like I did something like horrific to someone, or I was, I cussed somebody out, or I was disrespectful. But it was in my heart. Because I have a lot of anguish or a lot of discontentment in my marriage. And it's disheartening to me. It hurts me. And I'm just going to be transparent and be honest with you. It hurts me. And I'm not happy because it's like he purposely sees that I'm struggling. And he doesn't care. And that bothers the daylights out of me. It does. It bothers me tremendously. And I'm just going to be as honest as I know how to be with you. And I'm going to do this without crying because it hurts me. And I asked the Lord, why? And he said, were you so perfect? Were you right? Did you do things right? And I said, no. He said, who are you? Almost like Job. Who are you? And I had to humble my heart. And they always say, wherever your heart is, that's where you will be. His heart is not with me. And it breaks my heart that his heart is not with me. Because this is not the marriage that I had intended on having. But then the Lord said, I changed the heaven and earth. The earth was empty and void. But I put things in place. I separated the waters from the land. I did all of that. I put the sun and moon and stars in the sky. I created the biggest creature that I can create to the itty bitty creepy crawly things. Yes, I know his feelings towards you. I know his heart towards you. But because of who he is, I'm going to bring out the best in you. That means that I have to remove some of those flaws that you have. That heart, what you have in your heart. I see what he's doing. I know his heart. I hardened his heart against you. And it took me back to Pharaoh when he hardened his heart against Moses. But Moses had to humble himself before God and depend on God to do the things that he said he was going to do. God is going to rectify the problem, but he has to get me where I need to be. So entering into this door, I don't know what's going to happen, but I have to be still. I cannot take vengeance in my hand, for the Lord said, vengeance is mine. I need to believe that God knows what he is doing. Lord made it very clear to me. I see what he's doing. But in spite of what he's doing, I'm going to make you the better person. I got to get you where I need you to be by the way he's treating you and doing you. But the one thing that I'm not going to let him do is hurt you, touch you. He's not going to put his hands on you. He's not going to bring any harm to you. I just harden his heart against you to bring out the best in you. Whew, that's powerful. That's so powerful. So as I journey through this day, and as I go through whatever I have to go through, I am doing this because God is in control. It is not about what he's not doing to him. It's about what he's doing in me. And that is what is so important. God said, vengeance is his. I'll take care of that in due season. But right now, I need to get you where I need you to be. And when you get there, you'll know. Because you'll start seeing things changing. But when you get there, then I'll bless you. I'm blessing you now. I'm preparing you. You just don't like the transformation that you have to go through. It's hard. It's difficult. But once you get there, then I'll break the yoke. I'll take care of everything else. But right now, just pray for him. And you do what I ask you to do. And that is, get yourself purified in your heart. And not carry any hatred or bitterness or malice in your heart. Keep your words yea and nay. Keep your words to a very minimum. You let me do my job so I can be exalted. but I will bring you up in my exaltation. I will bring you up, and then you'll see why I allowed what I allowed. You're not going to correct anything. I got that power. But I'll correct this matter. You do what I tell you to do and be still and know that I am God. This is Kim with Standing on Solid Ground. You have yourself a wonderful and blessed day.